So just what is the ultimate goal of someone who's being deceptive? Let's find out with interviewing tip number 75. Welcome back to Interviewing Interrogation Tips, 101 tips for interviewers and interrogators. I'm your host, Stan Walters, and we're now up to tip number 75. So what's the end purpose of the game or the objective of someone who's being deceptive in the first place? So let's talk about that a little bit and get a real insight as to why people engage in the deceptive process. Now, let me ask you something. Why is it that we tell a kid there's a Santa Claus? No, yeah, I know some of you going, Santa Claus. Okay, I get it. But why do we tell a kid there's a Santa Claus? Yeah, let's get over this. It is not for the child. No, it's not for the kid. It's for the parents. It's for the adults. Because first of all, you can make a kid mind for about 3 months of the year by holding it over their head, right? So you use the deception for getting compliance. But is it a malicious lie? No, we want to see the fantasy of the child, the excitement, looking forward to Santa Claus coming, seeing all the Christmas decorations and the food and the parties and so forth. How about this? What do you think of this haircut? Now that's a haircut. Or what do you think of this outfit? Well, yeah, I don't know why you're asking somebody as fashion challenged as I am for my opinion. Now, why do we not tell the people, that haircut looks like crap? What'd you use? A pair of head shears and a bowl? We don't tell people that. We don't tell people that the outfit looks bad, or we don't like the color. We think it looks horrible on them. And somebody asks you, why didn't you tell them that? I didn't want to hurt their feelings. It's got nothing to do with the person's feelings. I want you to accept the fact that deception in any form, in the end, ultimate, always benefits the liar. Every single time. Even the social lies, the things to protect feelings, the things to, the social protocols of being nice and stuff. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And that's not bad. Understand that? That's kind of the oil of society that keeps everybody from clubbing each other to death, doesn't it? So the deception, even of social things, is to protect feelings and is to prevent the creation or starting a social conflict or a socially uncomfortable situation. But again, it doesn't always have to be malicious. Now, think of this in terms of lies of state, where countries lie to each other, or a lot of the people, or athletes, or business people, or politicians lie about something. Who does it always affect? Right, it's always for the liar. So no matter what the person says, if they say, well, it was for the team's own good, or it was for the public's own good, or it's for the customer's own good. No, it's not. It will always be for the person who creates the lie. Even though, now think of the lies too. You get the omission lying, you get embellishment lying. Think of the people who've created the huge background and the backstory and of their heroism and so forth. One thing that comes to mind is stolen valor. The folks who claim that they had combat and they were Green Berets or the Special Forces, and I've run across lots of folks like that over my 40 plus years of doing this. It's all about them again because they're uncomfortable with who they are. They think they need to impress someone in order to get some kind of approval, get some kind of reward out of it. And so there is always a reward for the person who's being deceptive. Now, again, it's not always malicious. Now, if the lie is to take advantage of someone, to manipulate them into a situation, to manipulate them into an action that they would not otherwise do if they were fully informed, now I've got a problem with victimizing other people in deception. So there is kind of a continuum. And so certain social lies and so forth are acceptable. I get that. Okay? And I've had a subject, I was on CNN. Okay? And there was a psychologist before me who said that we should use radical deception. Radical truth. Just radical truth. You should always tell the truth about every single thing. No matter what it is, always be truthful. And that was his whole thing. But damn it, at the end of that, he then said, but when the FBI asks you about what you're doing or drug use, you can lie to them. I'm thinking, what happened to your whole principle that you said we should all be radically truthful? And you just told people, you've counseled them to violate federal law. So I'm wondering what his motivation is, and it kind of makes me think, what's going on in your background that you don't want, just a thought, that you don't want other people to know. So when you're looking at deception in any form, think about what is the purpose of the action by the person who is perpetuating the deceit. what is it they get in the end? Is it a reward? Is it something to pull something over on someone? Is it to victimize someone? You know, and facts are kind of pesky things too. Sometimes people have got their mind made up, they've got the agenda set, and they don't want to hear the facts that lets them know they made an intellectual mistake. I mean, something wrong. Go think about that. Why would the person do it? What's the function? What do they eventually get out of that? And then listen to yourself sometime. Now, if you want to be a little bit truthful, yeah, but be more sensitive about it and how you deliver it. Sure, you don't have to be radically truthful, whatever that stands for. Okay? But think about the deception and the function. And that person, that situation, what would be the reason for doing it? And look at how they put the mechanism together and to manipulate the person on the other end about the decisions they make. That's that target. I'm controlling and manipulating the decision they make and lead them astray. Now, there's also situations, there's some people who prefer to be lied to. That's right. They'd rather be lied to because they don't want to hear the truth any more than the liar wants to tell it. Think about that. Good to be with you again. If you will, please hit the share button down there. I'm, again, trying to get this spread out everywhere I can. Hit the like button. Give me some feedback about some fun, interesting situations you've had in social lying. It's always fun to look at that. And again, if you want to talk about doing programs or training for your agency, I'm open to talk to you about my calendar and to customize a program that works for your particular area, or particular interest, your particular discipline. I'm glad to work with you and show how you can do a better job in recovering at least 60% more information and get more ethical and effective interviews and interrogations done. So in the meantime, until we get back for tip number 76, this is Stan Walters reminding you, be safe.